That is the ER shares private public crossover ETF, ticker XOVR. Now, currently, around 37% of that ETF is invested in Elon Musk's SpaceX. That figure has climbed well above 40% in recent days, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Let's go to Joel Shulman.
It was your post that notified people, look at all the AUM, it's got less than 2%. So we went from 400 million or so to 1.8 billion dollars in about 8 trading days. These were 8 trades. What a lot of people don't know, they think it's a run on the bank, like 1930s run on the bank. It was basically 7 to 10 trades, large trades, maybe arbitrageurs. We don't know who's coming in. It's an ETF. They come in and they disappear very quickly. So what happened was when the AUM spiked to 1.8 billion, our percentage weight now in SpaceX was less than 2%, which has almost no impact on the performance. It's driven by the 85% or more of our regular public holdings. And so what happened was we have to go back and get it. And I'm going to talk about SPVs in detail in a moment. We were in a structure that was not as efficient. We were the pioneers. We were the pioneers in this. And so we're trying to establish things in the most efficient, effective manner possible. So we were in SPVs. It wasn't as efficient as we wanted to be. So we shifted our structure to something that would be more transparent. Ironically, a lot of the controversy, which is still being confused by some other reporters, not Bloomberg, by the way. You guys got it right the other day. But other reporters and other high-profile journals got it wrong. You know, we had to pay up one-time expense to get more SpaceX. So, for example, when we're 2% weight or less in an exposure that people want to have, we have to go get it. It's not like going to Walmart or CVS and saying, I want a bottle of water. It takes a lot of time to negotiate these transactions. So we, wanted to move to an efficient structure. Right. Okay, 2, we wanted to move to something that's going to be transparent to shareholders going forward because we didn't have that previously. And 3, the key part of all of this is when the dilution came in and AUM spiked, and other people, by the way, got this wrong, not you guys, not you guys. Other journalists got this wrong. They drew the graph, but they didn't interpret the graph properly. When the AUM spikes, the dilution effect comes down, and then to go back up to get the percentage, that's the key point. When you have to go back up, we're coming back to get SpaceX exposure at precisely the time that everyone's talking about potential IPOs and everything else. And so the price goes up. The demand was sky high, which was the AUM, and the supply was down because what shareholders, whether you're an employee or whether you're an institutional investor, what shareholder wants to get rid of it at that point? And we're trying to get it into, and I'm going to get into the details of the SPV, what is effectively a 0-0.
Well, Joel, we only have about 2 minutes left. Okay, let's talk about the weighting a little bit, because as I said, 37% right now. The SEC has a cap on the liquid assets and open-ended funds of 15%. You are well above it. So what is the plan here? Do you plan to sell down the SPV? No. So we have a plan. We've communicated with all the proper authorities and our board. Everyone's on the plan. We're exercising the plan. We're executing the plan. It's 37%. We actually have about 13 million of cash in there, so it's technically 35%. But importantly, we're executing this plan. We don't plan to sell based on the plan.